when all of these stories were written down, writing was a fairly new invention. The very first thing they wrote down is something that actually happened to them. It was so important, so compelling, so significant to them that they had to put it in writing. Why can't modern society come to grips that these stories might be true after all?
Von Daniken's research turned up evidence of other arguably extraterrestrial phenomena, and not only in the Bible. Almost every religion has similar stories about deities with spectacular powers and abilities who come to Earth and directly influence the lives of men.
Suddenly one day I said to myself, now come on, this is similar to stories in so many old religions. Are they talking about extraterrestrials? These so-called gods are here, they give orders, they force the humans to do certain things, and one day they disappear. But they always disappear with the promise to return in a far-away future.
If, as I believe, people in ancient civilizations were familiar with space travel, people in ancient civilizations were in communication with human-like beings from other planets, then I think we should expect to find evidence for this in their literatures, which we do find.
Throughout the ancient Sanskrit epics of India, there are numerous descriptions of vimanas, or mythical flying machines. One of these accounts even dates back over 5,000 years.
In the Bhagavad Purana, which is an ancient Sanskrit history, there is a description of a spacecraft that was piloted by a king named Shalva. It's described that it was made of metal. It was described that it sometimes appeared to be in two places at once. It was described as having a motion similar to that of a butterfly. And these descriptions are consistent with what people who observe UFOs today report.
In other Sanskrit texts, such as the Mahabharata, the Rig Veda, and the Ramayana, there can be found descriptions of vimana measuring as wide as 100 feet, and often equipped with the capabilities of modern aircraft. One vimana produced a shaft of light, which when focused on a target, consumed it with its power.
It's like a Buck Rogers or Flash Gordon movie from the 30s. They read like the wildest science fiction. People are flying around in airships called vimanas, blasting each other and having aerial fights, destroying entire cities. And the crazy thing is that all of those stories are totally accepted in the modern society of India.
I don't think we can say that these descriptions are simply imagination, because even though they were written thousands of years ago, they match what many people today report in terms of observing the actions of UFOs.
Were they just mythological tales that they're making up, fantasy? Or these physical, real events, and they're trying to describe them as the best that they could? That seems to make more sense to me.
I can tell you this, I would be out of a job in India, because there, if I were to talk about ancient aliens and ancient gods, they would say, okay, so what else is new?